And we welcome you to another great day TV with another fabulous, great show. Coming up, we've got to hear Indiana, find out what they've done, what they're going to do for you. And then Ann and John are traveling Route 66. And Barney with a talking dog with American Senior Communities. Don't move. There are travel leaders, and of course that means they travel everywhere all over the world, and they also drive Route 66. Here's part one of their story.
Get your kicks. You probably know what comes next on Route 66. The iconic highway is celebrating its 100th birthday in 2026.
There's an entire subculture devoted to what some people call the Mother Road, or America's Main Street, with legions of fans around the world. But to truly experience it with all its history, long-forgotten towns, old gas stations, abandoned motels, and endless stretches of surreally quiet road, you need to drive it. And that's what we did in 2020 during COVID, which turned out to be an immensely interesting time to take this journey.
We headed out on the quintessential American road trip from Chicago. As the song says, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. All the way is through 8 states.
Once outside Chicago, it didn't take long to start running into the kitschy sights that Route 66 is known for. There's the Kicks on 66 ice cream shop in Joliet, the Polka Dot Drive-In in Braidwood, and an old Texaco station in Dwight that's on the National Register of Historic Places.
Who amongst us here remembers you can trust your car to the man who wears the star?
Big bright Texaco star.
I'll bet they came out and not only filled your tank, but washed your windows.
Those days are gone forever. Also what's gone forever is the 33 cents a gallon that gas is.
We had our first of many face-to-face meetings with one of the giants of Route 66. The Gemini Giant here at the former Launching Pad Drive-In in Wilmington, Illinois, is just one of many such behemoths that dot the landscape along America's Main Street. Since 1962, the various muffler men, as they're known, have been used to sell everything from hot dogs to cars and from fried chicken to, well, mufflers.
Driving through rural Illinois today is likely not much different from 100 years ago, when Route 66 was created from a patchwork of rural and state roads. We often ran into the original road that's no longer drivable. When the interstates came along, it changed everything for the towns along Route 66, which ultimately was decommissioned in 1985.
Each state along the way has its own Route 66 museum, like this one in Pontiac, Illinois, which features memorabilia and murals, which are also a big part of the Route 66 culture. Farther south in Springfield, we said hi to Abe, we sampled Cozy Dogs, and we braved Dead Man's Curve, which earned its nickname the hard way back in the day.
With Illinois in the rearview mirror, we passed through St. Louis as we headed for Cuba, Missouri, which is famous for its murals. We spent the night at the historic Wagon Wheel Motel that's been serving weary travelers since 1935. The owner, Connie Eccles, told us that half of her guests every year are from foreign countries.
Well, in foreign countries, they say it's a prestige thing to come to the U.S. and drive the whole route. Any vehicles like that Australian group, they will ride their motorcycles on Route 66, then they ship them to Australia and sell them for more money because they've been on Route 66.
Kansas was next up. It's the state with the least amount of Route 66, but they make the most of it with a tribute to the animated movie Cars and an old Canatex gas station.
Stroud, Oklahoma, and the Skyliner Motel awaited us that night before making our way to Chandler, Oklahoma, and a visit with Jerry McClanahan, who literally wrote the book on Route 66. It's a hugely helpful guide that led us the entire journey. The guidebook was a work of love for McClanahan, who has fond memories of traveling the route as a child.
It is the cars, the neon signs, the old gas stations. I love the mid-century, and it's just the whole era. The freedom to drive, the Old West, the mountains, the desert. Everything comes together in Route 66 for me.
3 days into our journey, and we have the halfway point in our sights. But first, a quick stop in Oklahoma City, then Lucille's gas station in Hydra, Oklahoma, and the Conoco Tower gas station, an Art Deco masterpiece built in 1935 in Shamrock, Texas.
It's obligatory to stop at the Cadillac Ranch in Amarillo, Texas, which has little to do with Route 66. And then we are officially halfway to LA. It's Adrian, Texas. It is the official midpoint. So basically we've come this far.
And we have that far to go. Next time, join us for more Motels, Murals, and Muffler Men as we head toward the finish line of Route 66.
For Great Day TV, we're Ann and John.
In Indiana, we can make a
Splash!
In Indiana, I can sit back and relax.
In Indiana, we finally took the plunge. In Indiana, it's anything but ordinary. Plan your visit at inindiana.com/summer.
Relax and let Kroger Pickup handle your grocery shopping this week. We start with only the freshest items, then choose your favorites, carefully pack everything up, and load it right into your trunk. So you can feel confident it's what you ordered. Fresh groceries your way with Kroger Pickup and Delivery. And right now, you can save $20 on your first pickup or delivery order. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Looking for a positively perfect day out? Join Grateful Rescue for the Great Tail Wagon Fest on Sunday, September 13th at Morrow's Meadow in Yorktown. Shopping, food, prizes, and pet-friendly fun at the Great Tail Wagon Fest.
Be proud of what you do. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Choose a career that offers growth and advancement. Work for a company known for quality and excellence. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Great Day TV with Tony Osler is here. And Tony is, well, he's the Osler Group. And we're talking about realty. We're talking about homes. We're talking about prices. Woo! I was reading, like in California or New York, some of the big cities, starter homes are $1 million. Have you heard that?
I have.
What's going on?
Patty, I think the demand is high in certain areas. It's driving up prices. Okay. Here in the Midwest, our market is just kind of stale at the moment. I think a lot of people are just waiting for maybe prices and rates to come down. Once that happens, I really expect the market to get a lot busier. So
really?
Yeah.
So you think it'll bounce back?
I do.
Again? Okay. Okay, and you've seen markets switch and go up and like a roller coaster, right?
I have, yes.
Up and down.
Yeah.
So, but you're hopeful that things will get better.
I am. The market is cyclical, and I think once things economy-wise and globally-wise improve, I think that's going to help drive down the rates. And once the rates come down, I really think that's going to open up the market because there's so many people that have been in their homes since before COVID. And they're just waiting to get into a new home.
Okay.
If you sell your home today and you buy the identical same home, it's going to cost you considerably more just simply because of the prices and the rates.
I think we hit on this before, that we could say, oh, look how much my place is worth. But make sure you have some place to go.
Correct.
Before you sell whatever it is you've already got, or you could be stuck.
Correct. You're great on one side of the market, but then you got to face that other side of the market when you want to turn over and buy. So.
Wait, what about rents? Are they equally?
Rents are equally up, Patty, and I think the biggest drivers of rents are pricing, home pricing, property taxes, and insurance. Really seem to be driving up the price of rents. If we can seem to get property taxes under control, we can control rents.
Yep. I understand that completely. All right, so let's leave everybody with some advice other than to call Tony. How did they get a hold of you, by the way?
They can call me. Our direct number, our office number is 317-272-RENT, 7368. So.
Final words, what should we do? Just sit tight, right?
Yeah, I think we're poised to break out. I think, in my opinion, once the Iran conflict seems to settle down, I think energy's coming down. I think all the dominoes fall behind that. So,
I thank you so much.
Of course, my pleasure.
I approve of him, and he's a good man, and he does the right thing. So, Tony Osler.
Thank you, Patty.
Thank you. All right, we'll be back with more on Great Day TV.
When I realized I couldn't hear on the phone anymore, I said, that's it. I won't let hearing loss slow me down. That's when I got a CapTel caption telephone. With my CapTel phone, I hear what I can and read what I miss. Now when the phone rings or I want to make a call, I don't hesitate to pick it up. It's just like using any other phone. Plus, I can read what my caller says.
Visit Relay Indiana to see if you qualify for a phone at no cost to you.
I'm Phil Shoemaker, Prime Plumbing and Drains.
Providing top-tier service, whether a stinky mess, water leaks, or other pesky plumbing problems in an ethical manner with straightforward principles.
Where a good flush beats a full house.
Make a difference in the lives of others. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Your work is seen and your voice is heard. Join a team that does it the right way for the right reasons. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
A spectacle far beyond your imagination. Be amazed. Be moved. Be there. For an experience that will stay with you forever. Disney's The Lion King.
Coming to Old National Center for 3 weeks only this September. Get your tickets today at BroadwayInIndianapolis.com.
Great Day TV, and we all have a sign that appeals to us. Barney says he's got a lot of signs that he likes. Here's a great story.
Road trip. We're headed to Cincinnati, Ohio to the American Sign Museum, and we're going to travel back through time. So there's going to be hand-painted signs, neon signs. This is a sign for a good story. We drive by them all the time. We see them. Why are these signs worth preserving, and what was the inspiration behind the creation of the American Sign Museum?
So yeah, we get the why signs all the time, and they're often overlooked in our day-to-day. Like, they're so important, but it's really when you get them on this level and see that glow where you get to really appreciate the artistry. And so that's kind of that impetus of the, like, why I make this sign museums. These are really cool pieces of technology, of art, and of history as well. And our founder, Todd, he kind of based it all on that. So he was working for a magazine called Sign of the Times. It's based here in Cincinnati, dating all the way back to 1906. And his family had been involved this whole time as well. And over the years, they'd accumulated a few things in the basement. Yeah. And Todd took one of those trips down to the basement, found a few items, and decided, I'm going to make a sign museum out of it. And he started gathering all of the collection that you see here today.
So how far back in time do we go?
Yeah, so the museum covers over 100 years of American history. Our oldest sign is from the late 1800s. One of the oldest pieces is 1870s. And then we go primarily up through the 1980s. There are a few signs from the 90s, early 2000s, but we focus more on the historic materials. So your hand-painted, wood-carved, early electric light bulbs, neon, and then plastic.
What is like an interesting fact about this sign museum that you don't think people really would consider?
Well, people ask us, they don't always know, but they always ask us what our power bill is. And so that one comes up a lot, but it's hard for people to guess. So our power bill is about, depending on the year, month, $6,000 to $7,000 a month.
What?
Yes, and we are a nonprofit institution, so people coming in and buying in the gift shop, that admission, that all goes straight back into keeping the lights on. So we are literally powered by the people coming in and supporting the museum.
You know, as people come in here, it's almost overwhelming and so beautiful. You forget how beautiful these really are. Is there one particular sign then when people come in here, they just are like, oh, wow?
Yeah, we get a few that get that reaction, but a lot of people always reference our McDonald's sign.
Yeah.
So it's McDonald's 1963, and it's kind of the McDonald's just before what we all kind of, when I say McDonald's, what you're thinking. This is like right before that happened. People always say like, oh yeah, I can take my grandparents here, but you can bring your kids too.
Yeah.
And they know McDonald's, and they have questions, because on that sign you're gonna see it's flashing 15 cents on there.
Yeah.
And they know McDonald's.
Like,
and they
15
know.
cents, you know, maybe $3.15. No.
Exactly, yes.
A lot of these signs here are neon, and that has kind of become kind of a symbol of Americana. Why do you think people have such this emotional connection with neon?
It's bright and it's cheerful, and you can't help but notice it. And so in some ways, like even though neon and lighting was developed in Europe and whatnot, I think it truly like was embraced here in America for all of its kind of potential. And it's that handmade craft, like just knowing it's all handmade, I think adds a little specialness to it as well.
And then how many pieces do you have?
That can be a tricky question because it always keeps changing, but we typically say we have over 800 signs, but there are thousands of objects on display here because it's the tools that go into it, some of the resources as well.
So as you walk through here, it's more than just, you know, advertising, it's history. So what do you want people to remember after they get done touring through here? How do you want them to feel, and what do you want them to remember?
We want that happiness of like, oh no, our communities, our businesses kind of thing. That's what makes, you know, where we live a special place. That's our identity. And maybe when you go back, like take a look. Maybe we should have a little bit more fun.
As I sign off on another story, see what I did there? This is your sign to go to the American Sign Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm Barney Wood. Thanks for watching.
Come check out Big Dog Flooring's large selection of waterproof, pet-friendly products. Benny and Bernstein love featuring their hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. With Big Dog's in-stock products, you can find value all the time. And yes, we install all of our residential and commercial products, which includes carpet, hardwood, and our huge selection of waterproof flooring styles. Big Dog Flooring, a home's best friend.
Looking for a positively perfect day out? Join Grateful Rescue for the Great Tail Wagon Fest on Sunday, September 13th at Morrow's Meadow in Yorktown. Shopping, food, prizes, and pet-friendly fun at the Great Tail Wagon Fest.
In Indiana, we can make a
splash! In Indiana, I can sit back and relax.
In Indiana, we finally took the plunge. In Indiana, it's anything but ordinary. Plan your visit at inindiana.com/summer.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Make deep connections with those you work with and serve. Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner. Do you know how exciting and rewarding a career in senior care is? ASC offers so many options. Grow your career with education opportunities. Feel empowered through the work you do. We are one ASC. Join our winning team.
Here in they do lots of things for kids, and now they help adults too. Here's what they've done, what they're doing, and what they're going to do.
So Here Indiana has been around for a long time, and we have served kids up until recently, and we are just expanding to see adults now. if listening in noise is getting hard, if it's getting hard to hear in restaurants, if it's getting hard to hear in groups of people, if you're missing parts of the conversation, that's a great sign to go in and at least get some testing done to see what's going on.
And it's also good to get a baseline.
Yes.
When you're younger, so that you can see what happens, you know, when things go on. So, and tell us more. You had camp was wonderful.
Yes. So Here Indiana exists to create equal opportunities for individuals with hearing loss through listening and spoken language. So we have a camp for kids that is just amazing. It's the best week of the year. We also have an educational conference for professionals that serve individuals with hearing loss, like audiologists and speech language pathologists and teachers of the deaf and parents. But we also run a clinic. So in our clinic, we have audiology services, school services, speech and language services.
Look, a little kid.
And advocacy support for families. So as we expand to adults, it's really exciting because it doesn't just allow us to help more people, which is exciting, but it also helps us fund our pediatric programs. So adults coming in and getting hearing aids and getting care actually helps us fund our pediatric programs, which do operate at a loss. Insurance is very complicated.
Yes.
And what the allowed rates are for things often doesn't cover the cost of the care. So Here Indiana takes that on. We don't turn anyone away for lack of ability to pay.
Isn't that wonderful?
We have a sliding fee scale. And our goal is to remove barriers for people to be able to have positive outcomes and have the best access.
Yeah,
Where can we
wonderful.
find you?
Wonderful.
HereIndiana.org.
Wonderful,
Okay,
wonderful.
HereIndiana.org.
Thank you for all you've done.
Hi, Maria. What's up?
Hi, I'm just calling to say hello. How are you?
Great. It's so good to hear your voice.
Staying connected has never been easier for people with hearing loss. Now you can read captions of everything your caller says with CapTel Caption Telephone.
Did you hear that Ed finally proposed to Anna?
People with hearing loss can enjoy the same ease, speed, and confidence as telephone callers everywhere. Learn more about this service at RelayIndiana.com.
I'm your realtor, Tony Osler, and I love helping people on the move.
And Tony is my guy. The Osler Group with RE/MAX Centerstone combines vast knowledge, many years of experience in order to help you.
Call me about your next move.
And Tony is great. Come check out Big Dog Flooring's large selection of waterproof, pet-friendly products. Benny and Bernstein love featuring their hardwood, carpet, and waterproof flooring. With Big Dog's in-stock products, you can find value all the time. And yes, we install all of our residential and commercial products, which includes carpet, hardwood, and our huge selection of waterproof flooring styles. Big Dog Flooring, a home's best friend.
A spectacle far beyond your imagination. Be amazed. Be moved. Be there. For an experience that will stay with you forever. Disney's The Lion King.
Coming to Old National Center for 3 weeks only this September. Get your tickets today at BroadwayInIndianapolis.com.
Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. Family owned and operated. Several convenient locations. Dine in or carry out. And we can make any order just for you. Kaplinger's Fresh Catch Seafood. It's a great catch.
Great Day TV, and you know that American Senior Communities does so many fabulous things. And our Barney Wood talked to a gentleman who has a talking dog.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your friend Sammy here?
It was a situation where my wife got sick and could no longer, I could no longer take care of her. So I wanted a dog. My daughter and I, together, we just knew, it just clicked. This was the dog for me. She's everything we wanted. She's not perfect.
Yeah.
She's not a perfect dog. She's
don't let her hear you say that.
That's right. As you can see, I am the most perfect dog that's ever lived.
Did you? Am I?
Are you okay?
Oh, sorry. I just didn't get enough sleep. So how do you think having a pet here in this community has helped you make friends in this community?
Well, that's the thing too. My neighbor next door, his name's Howard, and he's got a cat named Dolly, and Dolly don't do anything. Dolly stays under the bed most of the time. Howard has just actually got her spoiled. He buys these big bottles of these milk bones, and when his garage door goes up, and she hears it, and
she's like, milk bone time.
But I do have to be careful. A girl has to watch her figure, you know.
Did you see that?
Is there something wrong with you?
No. What brought you here to this facility, and what do you do to try and make it feel like home?
We needed something that I could handle.
Right.
And
the right size, the right facilities, the right layout, the whole.
Yeah. And Howard next door, he's a great guy.
He just has a boring cat.
Yeah, he got a boring cat.
Not like Sammy here.
No.
That cat is so boring.
Either I'm imagining things or that dog is talking.
Boy, you're just one sandwich short of a picnic.
Well, now here at this community, are there different activities that they get you to participate in?
They just got all kinds of activities for you.
What kind of things do you like to do?
I don't do any of them. I just, Sam and I, we talk a lot. She's always got a good answer, so.
Well, I have to agree. I am very truthful and I have all the right answers. I am a great companion.
What is your problem, man?
What's the food like here?
Well, the food that I've had is good. I mean, they got some guys here who know how to cook.
Awesome, that's great.
Especially their meatball sub.
What if you need some help? What do you do?
One day I was out there with Sammy. Here comes this lady out of that place where the nurses are. She says, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?" And she said, "Well, you hit your button." I said, "I did? I didn't know it." I said, "That's just a test."
I'm just testing you.
But yeah, they're right, Johnny, on the spot. I mean, they're there to take care of you. And if I need anything, and they take care of it, whatever my needs are.
Well, thank you so much. It's been nice meeting you, and thank you for sharing your story. Sammy, thank you too.
It was very nice to meet you too.
And with that, we thank you for joining us. Go to our website, see all the stories you want to see again. We'll see you next time on Great Day TV. See what I did there?